What up, people? S&S Pigskin picks in the house once again. We're here to recap all the action in the NFL on Saturday. 3 games in total. Jer, what is going on?
Just glad to be back home, back in the sweet province of BC. And no freezing temperatures, but I had a great time out there in the wild rose country. But yeah, the game today, the second game, was one of the best games I watched all year. Had a lot of suspense, back and forth, momentum swings. Loved every minute of it.
Definitely. Let's get into the first game with the Chargers visiting New England. Very one-sided affair. Chargers put up a 40-burger. And Herbert and gang, they do the thing. Dobbins returns for the Chargers in the backfield. And this lad McConkey kid is turning out to be pretty much a stud. I mean, pretty clinical performance here. What'd you think on the Chargers Patriots?
I think that the Patriots defense really let them down today. They've had many more performances that have been, even though the offense isn't backing them up, the defense kept them in a lot of games, and this one was just not one of them. Herbert usually, that was a really good stat line for him and lots of yards, especially this year. And now Harbaugh likes to run first. The run does set up the pass a little bit more. And, McConkey is having a great season. But, I think this was a great win for the Chargers, but I don't think it was really indicative of what they're going to be like in the playoffs. I think they might be lucky to squeeze out a 21-13 win in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to go far.
Yeah.
We will see.
Well, this is definitely step down in class here, right? They're facing a bottom feeder team, so they did what they had to do. They clinch a playoff position. That's going to be 2 LA teams in the playoffs. So a little spoiler alert there. Moving along to the game of the day, game of the week. Honestly, it felt like a playoff atmosphere all game. Just
loved it.
Kind of tense in the beginning, right? Nothing really like scoring wise, and then Burrow, man, this guy, he put on his cape, and that kicker from messing up there.
Doink.
A valiant comeback by Denver with that touchdown. Yeah, and that doink, yeah. So, I mean, like you said, one of the games of the year. T. Higgins at 3 touchdowns. He's going to get a nice bag from some team next year, right? Yeah. So could be the Steelers, could be, Raiders, some team out there that needs a number one, maybe the Patriots, They've been rumored to be interested in T.
Yeah, Denver shouldn't have been.
We have Jamar Chase who's going for his triple crown.
I think at the end there, Cincinnati missed out on so many opportunities in the red zone. It shouldn't have been as close as it was at all. That was great drama at the end there, and just the defensive struggle that the game was at times. But yeah, in reality, if you weren't watching every play, Denver's defense sacked Joe Burrow, I believe, 7 times. It was just it was a disaster there. So Cincinnati is lucky that they won, but they missed out on many opportunities. This game should have ended, much more than 30-24. Should have been like 48-24. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel bad for the Cincinnati or the Denver plus 3.5 backers, right? Because had that field goal hit, they're only losing. Well, the game's over and they're winning their bet, but that missed doink cost them the cover. I think Joe Burrow, in the back of his head, he's like, man, I don't want to rely on another field goal. Let's just go deep, end the sucker, and then 2 plays to Higgins, and it's ball game. So yeah, Cincinnati has to win next week. Hope Denver loses, and then they have to hope Miami or Indianapolis lose one of their last 2 games. So, but Indianapolis' schedule is pretty easy. I think they have this week, obviously, the Giants with no Richardson, and then which may not be a bad thing. Flacco will play, and Miami, they're also without Tua Tagovailoa, so I don't know who's going to start. But still, there's some ugly games, man. Ugly games coming up. But man, week 18, looking forward to a few games on that slot. That Kansas City Denver game, so many angles to that game. Does Kansas City bench their starters? Does Andy Reid go old school and play them? I think he'll play them, but I wouldn't blame him for benching either. What do you think?
Yeah, just for 1 quarter they'll play, and I hope Carson Wentz comes out there and rains on Denver's parade, and they don't get into the playoffs somehow.
I'd like to see Cincy.
Me too.
Just personally, like just the horrid start, the comeback, right? And Denver, they can maybe make it next year, but let's see. There's a lot more drama coming up. We'll move along to the Cardinals and Rams. Cardinals try to win it late, but low-scoring game. Rams take it. The second LA team to clinch, and your boy Stafford is back in the playoffs. Puka Nacua, 10 receptions, $129. Arizona, they tried, but they just don't have that offensive firepower that you expect from them. And, Rams, I was impressed by their defense late. It got a little worrisome, but overall, I liked what I saw. What do you think?
And the Rams just continue to find different ways to win with defense, with offensive explosions. No one wants to play these guys in the playoffs. It's like Cincinnati, and if they get in the AFC side, and the Rams, all they got to do is now they control their own destiny. A win in Seattle, and they're in. They can still, I believe, even if Seattle wins at strength of schedule, I think they could still win on strength of schedule as well. So, hope that your prediction comes true, and that 1-4 after that 1-4 start, get the win. Oh, that'd be great.
Well, they were 0-2 after 2 weeks, and they just got pounded by Arizona, right? So after 2 weeks, I don't think anyone thought much. And then Cooper Kupp's hurt. I think Nacua got hurt. Yeah, but long season, and then it helps that everyone just tripped on their feet in this division. So, I guess that Seattle Rams game will be pretty insignificant. So,
well, I think it depends on what happens tomorrow too. If these teams, great teams that LA beat this year, Minnesota, Buffalo, all these great teams, if they continue to win, then there's nothing that Seattle can do next week. And LA might sit some players who knows.
They would need, Seattle would need a miracle. I think they would need Washington to lose out and a couple other factors. But I heard that Philadelphia hasn't technically clinched a division.
No, they haven't.
I think Washington could.
Yeah, just
Washington could win out. Okay, so Philadelphia needs to win one of the two. I don't know why, but I'm liking them -7.5, even with small hands Kenny Pickett. I don't know why a lot of people are loving Dallas plus the points, but I'd look at it as a battle of two backups. And Kenny Pickett played 6 years in college. I mean, if you think about it, they should have won last week. Devontae Smith dropped that pass. It wasn't that bad. It was just a bunch of fumbles and follies that went wrong. And Washington they've had a lot of good luck this year, so we'll see. But big game on Sunday night. Big game, Green Bay, Minnesota. And the early slot, I can't really say any really big games. It's pretty ugly out there, but yeah, I mean, that's why we bet on the games. We can make them a little more interesting. But yeah, that's overall. That was our recap here for the Saturday trifecta here on S&S Pigskin Picks. And any other final thoughts as we wrap it up here, Jer?
Just dreading, this Dallas game with the Eagles. But I think no matter what happens, the Giants are tanking for Shador. He's even seen, or he maybe posted wearing some kind of Giants cleats or something recently. I don't think they're going to endanger their draft position just to beat the Eagles in Week 18. So that's where I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to clinch the division. But when we beat the lowly Giants, we will clinch and have that home playoff date, hopefully second place. And roll from there.
Well, man, it's good to get the number 2 seed because you never know if the number 1 seed gets knocked off. You get the home court the rest of the way. So we shall see. But thank you everyone for joining us, and please consider giving the old thumbs up on YouTube. Consider giving us a subscribe, notification bell, and we will catch you next time here on S&S Pigskin Picks. Later.
Peace.